Hey guys, I guess this is just another developer update. Don't worry, I did not set Lisbon on fire. I'm just flying around. So what I've done is, since the firefighting module is still waiting on other things out of my control, I am working on a mission editor at the moment, is what I'm calling it. What this will do is allow you to fly. It will track your flight from any airport to any airport. It can track the comfort level, so that means if you're flying with cargo, airliners, or like a sightseeing tour, or like a private jet, it'll have different levels of comfort to track how much turbulence you hit. Um, if people are going to complain if you're flying on the side of the plane, stuff like that. It also tracks your safety violations if you're going over the G limit of the airplane, if you're going over the speed, if you're using your flaps at too high of a setting. It also has a built-in takeoff and landing analysis, and so that's everything from your sink rate, your crab angle, your pitch, your roll, landing distance, um, all that stuff, where you landed. Um, so all that's also included in the takeoff and landing. It will be internet capable. You'll have an instant download and upload with it, so you can see your flight histories. It'll have visual representations of the landings, and all that should be built in. Um, like I did say, this is something I built for one of my projects that I'm just kind of like, oh, I bet other people might be kind of interested in this. So I just decided to leave it as is. I do have things I plan on building into this, or that I was going to use it for, that I'm still going to build out. So, but I figure some other people might be interested in a mission editor that they could customize and use themselves. Like I said, the firefighting, I'm waiting on a fix, which is outside of my control at this moment. So in the meantime, I'm just go ahead and taking care of that. The next project, after I get this built out, this will probably take me, at this rate, another week or so, to get it up to the state that I wanted to get up to, at least before I want to leave it and move on to the next thing. The next thing I'm going to try and do after this is actually a search and rescue simulator. So this will be where you go out and look for like somebody who's crash landed, somebody who's stuck out in the snow, those kind of things. I'm going to try lost hikers, lost mountain people, maybe stuff like that out in the wilderness or things like that. I've also been thinking about medevac missions and other things like that. One of the things I was thinking about doing is cutscenes for those. So you might have like a video that you could escape out of if you didn't want to see the video, just as a neat feature, or doing some other things maybe for the helicopter community, since helicopters play such a vital role with rescue missions. So I was also thinking about that. Other than that, I've got another issue with the racing program that I'm trying to get back with. I have two possible fixes for that. After I do the search and rescue, I'm going to be testing one of those fixes, which might be interesting because I'm going to try and create a sightseeing tour as part of testing that fix. So that might be the next project after the search and rescue. And I do expect the search and rescue is going to be a fairly quick project, maybe only a week or two to get that done. So those are the current projects I'm on, what I'm thinking about in the future. Like I said, this tool, for what it is, it needs some final pieces that are also outside of my control, so I'm working on getting those done, but this should hopefully be done in another week or two. The search and rescue, which actually does not require anything outside of my control as far as I know, should only take another week or two, I think. And that one is also multiplayer, capable, so I might actually get to play around with some multiplayer once I get the search and rescue operational. So hopefully that'll be the first time I actually get to play with multiplayer, but I have been actively investigating it and looking at it as options and stuff like that still, so we will see how that goes in the future. So that is where I'm at with all these projects. Um, Trying to build up many things to entertain people for many hours and many things to do in X-Plane, so we'll see what we can do in the future. Hope you guys have a great week.